Fort St. John Alliance Church family. Today our reading is Jesus Welcomes the Children. Jonathan hummed a happy song while his little sister Sarah skipped along. They were very excited. They were going with their mother to see Jesus. Mother, where does Jesus live? Asked Jonathan. Does he have his own bedroom? Asked Sarah. Jesus lives in God's house, answered their mother. God's house has enough rooms for everyone. Does God's house have a special place for dogs? Asked Jonathan, thinking of his best friend, a puppy that lived near the well. Jonathan's mother laughed and said, I don't know. You will have to ask Jesus, although I think I know the answer. They arrived at the place where Jesus was meeting with his disciples. Other families were there to see Jesus too. Jonathan and Sarah pulled their mother up to the circle of disciples, who were now surrounded by families. Jonathan, who had recently grown, stood on his toes, but he could not see. Sarah peeked around the disciples' legs. Neither child could see Jesus. Mother, said Sarah, can we please try to get closer? How will Jesus know we are here if he cannot see us? Jonathan began to worry. He said to his mother, what if Jesus does not want to meet us? Maybe he's too busy to talk to children. Do not worry, said their mother. Jesus has time for you. He knows that you are here, even if you do not see him. With their mother's permission, Jonathan and Sarah tried to squeeze past the disciples. The strings on the people's robes tickled Sarah's nose and made her giggle. Shh, Jonathan whispered. Let's not get into trouble. Sarah did her best, but could not help laughing again, very loudly. She put her hand over her mouth. Jonathan gave her a disapproving look. Hello, little girl. What are you doing down here? A disciple asked the disciple in a yellow robe. He had a friendly smile. My brother Jonathan and I are here to meet Jesus, said Sarah. I am sorry, children, said the disciple. Jesus is very busy today. He does not have any time to meet you. But I have a question for him, said Jonathan. I want to find out if God's house has enough room for my dog. You will have to ask him another day, said the disciple kindly. Jesus overheard what the disciple said. Do not tell the boy to leave, he said. Let the little children come to me. Jesus asked Jonathan and Sarah to sit with him. Then Jesus called out to the many people seated beyond the disciples. Let all the children come forward, said Jesus. I have something important to tell them. Jesus sat on a rock and lifted Jonathan onto his knee. Sarah sat at Jesus' feet. Many other children gathered around. Smiling at the children, Jesus said, Little ones, you can approach me at any time. I am always here for you because I love you. Then Jesus said to the disciples, The kingdom of heaven belongs to these children. Unless you are as trusting and open as they are, you will have no choice to enter God's house. Jesus, will you tell us more about God's house? Asked Jonathan quietly. Is there room for dogs? Smiling, Jesus patted Jonathan's head. Yes, son, there is room in God's house for all his creatures, big and small, said Jesus. Many of the children had questions for Jesus. One boy wanted to know where the sun goes at night. Jesus told him that the sun waits in heaven. A little girl asked why trees are so tall. Jesus said that the trees reach for heaven. When the questions were finally ended, Jesus rose and blessed each child. Jesus, said Sarah, I have one more question. Will you walk home with us? Will you walk home with us to our house? Yes, Jesus answered. He took Sarah's and Jonathan's hand in his own. Remember that I always have time for you.